He stood before Scar, the prison boss, and reluctantly stripped off his shirt. Then, with even greater hesitation, he took off his pants. Lacking underwear, he was met with a burst of mocking laughter from Scar. Though the other inmates jeered, no one dared lay a finger on him without Scar's approval. Scar nicknamed him Underwear Boy, made a couple of jokes, and then told him to get dressed. For new arrivals, Scar always showed a special kind of attention. Neither of them could have guessed just how wild things would get next. A few hours earlier, Underwear Boy was being introduced to the prison by 2 guards. They explained the ropes, what inmates had to turn over, the gang dynamics, the weapons they favored, and so on. In reality, Underwear Boy wasn't a criminal at all. He was a new corrections officer named Juan, starting his first day on the job. Naturally, he needed to familiarize himself with the environment. At that moment, Scar was out in a special exercise yard. When time was up, the guards ordered Scar to return to his cell. Just as they cuffed him, a loud bang echoed through the prison. The guards turned to check it out, but in that brief moment, Scar spit out a key he had hidden in his mouth. A guard stepped inside the area to investigate and found nothing unusual. He quickly left to keep an eye on Scar, only to be caught off guard as Scar locked him in a chokehold. The loud bang had been caused by a piece of the hallway ceiling collapsing. The falling debris struck Juan, leaving him bleeding and momentarily unconscious. Without thinking much about it, the 2 guards carried Juan to cell 211, which was empty at the time. Big Beard, one of the guards, decided Juan should rest there while the other guard went to get a doctor. But in less than 2 minutes, the other guard came running back, shouting that a riot had broken out. The entire prison was in chaos, and the inmates had flooded out of their cells. To avoid being beaten to death by the rioting prisoners, the second guard grabbed Big Beard, and they bolted, leaving Juan behind. As Juan faded in and out of consciousness, the inmates outside unleashed their fury, smashing and looting. Years of oppression in the prison had boiled over, and under Scar's leadership, they finally saw a chance for freedom. The prison's original security forces, overwhelmed, dared not enter. Back in the control room, Big Beard urged the warden to come up with a plan to rescue Juan. Before they could finalize anything, a prisoner entered cell 211. Surprised to find someone inside what was supposed to be an empty cell, the inmate slapped Juan awake. The prisoner's questions left Juan utterly bewildered. Seeing no response, the inmate left to report the situation to Scar. Juan, now more alert, staggered to the door. Listening to the chaos outside, he quickly pieced together what was happening. Despair hit him like a wave. It didn't matter that he was a new corrections officer. In the hands of these prisoners, he wouldn't escape unscathed if he escaped at all.